Hey guys, Bigelow here with another narrated Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This is against Shukle4Ubers again, and it's a rematch, because my first battle was against her and it was a roulette, and this is my third battle, and it's also against her and it's also a roulette, because she was like, yo, let's rematch, and then upload it, and I was like, sounds good. And I'm leading off with my Heatran, and she leads off with his Venomoth. And I go for the flamethrower right off the bat and kill that Venomoth, so already I'm up 6-5. So, this Pokemon right here, this Ambipom, is pretty much an example of why roulettes are so funny. So, I go for the fake out, and that barely does anything. And then you'll see, I use Last Resort. So, yeah, this is just a fake out Last Resort set. Those are just really weird to use. You should pretty much never put that on a team, unless you want to build your team around it. But she withdrew Aurora and goes into this Bronzong, and I hit that Bronzong. Since it's not very effective, it's not going to do anything, and then I died to my Life Orb. So, yeah, that's not so good for me, but doesn't really matter because I'm just going to bring out Klezmer again. Go for the flamethrower, probably. Yeah, I go for the flamethrower. This battle was a while ago, so I don't quite remember everything that happened. But that Snorlax is not going to take anything from that flamethrower because of its thick fat ability. So I go into Blissey, who is actually Shedinja. It's funny because Shedinja has one hit point and Blissey has like over 9,000. Yeah, jokes are never funny when people say it's funny because. So I'm just gonna like go cry now. Okay, so I go for the Sword Stance because we were talking and I was like, hey, do you carry Toxic? And she's like, nope. And I'm like, sweet, thanks. And she goes for the Fire Punch, and I'm like, god damn it. So yeah, I don't really want to waste this Sword Stance that I have. I really should have switched out back into Heatran, I guess, and then a double switch or something like that. But she kills my Shedinja, which kind of sucked because it could have helped quite a bit later. But no worries, because I got something to cake. I got something to cake, guys. No, I got something to take care of the Snorlax. Go into my Duck, who is a Porygon 2, and I go for the Toxic, because I traced his thick fat ability. I was scared that the Snorlax might have carried immunity, which will protect him from poison. But for some reason, like, all Snorlaxes don't carry immunity, they carry thick fat. But anyway, that's good for me. It's kind of weird when, like, everybody who's narrated Pokemon battles are just like, that's good for me. It's like, well, no shit it's good for you, their Pokemon just die. But nonetheless, he goes for the Body Slam. That does a bit under half, and I'm just gonna sort of spam recover here. And eventually she gets tired of this, and she's going into poison, and I'm gonna go for the Charge Beam, which missed anyway. She goes boom, and she self-destructs, and that pretty much completely destroys my Porygon 2. I wonder if I recovered, maybe I would have lived. Probably not, she had a curse up. So I'll go into Gonzo, who's this Yanmega. That's pretty sweet. She goes into Aurora, who is her Suicune again. I'm gonna go for the Hypnosis, which missed, and I was like, ugh, why does this have to happen to me? And she goes to sleep anyway because of rest, but then her Chesto Berry wakes her up. So imagine if that Hypnosis hit, that would have been amazing, because the Chesto Berry would have woken it up, but then she would have rested and she'd have to stay asleep. But I go for the Hypnosis again, which hits, and I was happy, and her Aurora is fast asleep. All the while I'm getting speed boost, so her Scarf Pokemon won't be hurt. She goes back into Bronzong, and I go for the Bug Buzz, and that will be doing quite a bit to that Bronzong, because it's like neutral damage, and Yanmega has very nice special attack, and Bug Buzz is a high power stab move. So I'm going for the Bug Buzz, and that Bronzong is taken out. That was good for me, because I didn't really have anything else to take that Bronzong except my Klezmer Heatran guy, and she would have run in her Suicune, and that would have been annoying. But I go for the Hidden Power Ground on this Trojan man, and I'm like, ew, condoms, lol. And he goes for the flamethrower and takes me out. You'll notice on my screen that there are like these little black flashes every now and then. Yeah, those should be gone in my next video. You'll notice that this video is in quite higher quality than the last one. I tried to make it, I'm not sure if it's going to be in 480p or 720p. We'll find out, I guess. But I go into my Scarf Porygon Z for the revenge kill, and he just goes for the flamethrower, and geez, I mean, I really was not expecting him to be scarfed. But he has two last guys left, the two last Pokemon. The Scissor, so I go back into my Heatran, who will quad resist the Bullet Punch, and she's going to take back the Scissor and go into her Suicune. So we both have two guys left. I have my Heatran and my Porygon Z. She has her Suicune and her Scissor. And this is where it gets exciting, folks, because her Suicune's asleep. I don't know for how long. And yeah, so I'm going to be in here. She's been sleeping for like 3 turns already. So I go for the Thunderbolt, and I hit the Scissor. And here I'm not sure if she's going to go for the Pursuit or the Bullet Punch. Either one. Well, if she goes for the Bullet Punch, then my Heatran will take it. If she goes for the Pursuit, I'm screwed. She goes for the Bullet Punch though, and I'm just going to stay in and go for the Flamethrower. Now here I make an over prediction, which pretty much would cost me the game. And I predict her to switch back into Scissor, predicting me to switch into Porygon Z. That's what I would have done in her place. So I stayed and go for the Flamethrower, and I'm like, okay, I lost. GG. Suicune's gonna wake up, and I'm gonna be screwed. But thankfully, mercifully, her Suicune's fast asleep again. Yeah, I sort of changed the effect on that just to show how important it was. And now she's left with her Scissor, who has the option to Superpower or Brick Break or Bullet Punch. If she does either of those, she loses because she's Choice Banded, I believe. And that was the game. So that was just such an amazing game, Shukle. That was like one of the best games I've had. Oh my gosh, it's going off pixely, oh no!